evening, everyone. Before proceeding with the formal business of the meeting, I'll ask Imam just to join us.
Share.
Got food. Try it. Oh, that's better. Before proceeding with the formal business of the meeting, I would ask Imam Chishti to lead us in prayer. Thank you.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون. I commence in the name of Allah, the most kind, the ever merciful. All praise is to Allah, Lord, creator of all world, to state of perfection. The most kind, ever merciful, master of the day of judgment, you alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us in the straight path, the path of those whom you have blessed with your favor, not of those in your wrath, nor for those who went astray. Alif Lam Mim, a glorious book this, which has nothing of doubt in it. It is a guidance for the conscience who fear from Allah, those who believe in the unseen and establish prayer and spend in our way out of what we have provided them, and those who believe in that which has been sent down to you, O my Prophet, and in that which was sent down before you, and they also have conviction of the hereafter. They are the ones who are rightly guided with the help and guidance from their Lord, and verily it is they who are successful in the both words. I have recited the verses from the first and second part of the Holy Quran. At the end, I pray for everyone for their success and liberty. Amen.
Thank you very much. Welcome. Please be seated. Good evening and welcome to Luton Council. Before we begin, would members please remember to silence the phones, use the microphone when speaking, sit in their allocated seats, stand up when proposing and seconding items. If there is an emergency, turn left out the chamber, follow the green emergency exit signs to the main town hall entrance and assemble in St. George's Square. The minutes. The first item of business is to receive the minutes of the meeting of the council held on the 4th of July 2018, as set out on pages 630 to 632. Does the council approve the minutes and agree to me signing them as a correct record? Apologies for absence.
Madam Mayor, the following apologies for absence have been received. Councillors Burnett, M. Dolling, M.J. Dolling, Councillor Malcolm, Councillor Young and Councillor A.
Peter Chapman, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. There's announcements. A charity coffee morning on Wednesday the 12th of September to be held in Committee Room 2 in the Silver Room at the Town Hall from 10:30 to 1 p.m. I would like to ask the Council to save the date for the 1st of November 2018 for a charity dinner. More details will follow shortly.
Madam Mayor, all members of the Council have been circulated with a list of the items before the Council this evening, which fall within the ambit of Section 106 of the Local Government Finance Act 1992. Any member affected should disclose the fact and refrain from voting on any questions relating to those items. Madam Mayor, I have received no Section 106 disclosures. Equally, Madam Mayor, I have received no disclosures of interest.
The report of the Bedfordshire Fire Rescue Authority. I call upon Councillor Yasmin Wahid to present the report of the Bedfordshire Fire Rescue Authority, as set out in pages 633 to 641.
Thank you. I will present this report from Bedfordshire Fire Rescue Authority.
Is the motion seconded? Seconded. Are there any questions on the reports? Does the Council receive the report? Bedfordshire Fire Rescue Authority. Were there any questions? No written notice was given of questions for the Bedfordshire Fire Rescue Authority. Recommendation from Executive 20th of August 2018, Treasury Management Annual Report, year ended 31st of March 2018. And now invite Councillor Simmons to move agenda item 7.1.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This report is produced in accordance with proper practice and corporate governance requirements and summarises both the Council's investment and borrowing activity for the financial year 2017 to 18. The Council's Treasury consultants are now forecasting that the current bank rate of 0.75 will remain in place until September 2019, to be followed by further increases in June and December 2020. The new forecasts are predicated on an assumption that sufficient progress is made in respect of negotiations to produce a reasonable agreement for Brexit that benefits both the EU and the UK in a sensible manner. If no agreement is reached at all, then the forecast for increases in bank rate will be subject to greater change, most likely downwards. The Council had no liquidity difficulties in the year, and the internally managed funds earned an average rate of 0.29%. One loan of over 4 million was taken from the Public Works Board in March 2018, the Housing Revenue Account, in accordance with the HRA determination in 2018, re the Marsh Farm project. This has resulted in an overborrowed position for the HRA due to slippage of the project in 2018-19. Estimated general fund capital expenditure was 179.7 compared to an outturn of 49.7 million. The reduction is mainly due to 98 million reduction of spend on corporate projects, namely London Luton Airport Limited and the wholly owned company. No loans were taken out for general fund purposes. All capital expenditure has been funded by an increase in internal borrowing. This policy decision has generated annual savings in respect of borrowing costs of £250,000, which have been partly offset by a reduction in interest earned on investment balances. This report is submitted to Council in accordance with proper practices and set out in the Prudential Code for Capital Finance in Local Government. In December 2017, CIPFA issued a revised Treasury Management Code and cross-sectoral guidance notes and a revised Prudential Code. A particular focus of these revised codes was how to deal with local authority investments which are not Treasury type investments, for example by investing in purchasing property in order to generate income for the authority at a much higher level than can be obtained by Treasury investments. One recommendation was that local authorities should produce a new report for members to give a high-level summary of the overall capital strategy and to enable members to see how the cash resources of the authority have been apportioned between Treasury and non-Treasury investments. Officers will report to members when the implications of these new codes have been assessed as to the likely impact on the authority. With those few comments, I therefore move the recommendations that are in the report and ask Council to agree with the Treasury Management Strategy.
Is the motion seconded? Seconded, Madam Mayor. Are there any questions?
Yes, Madam Mayor.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, Mayor. I refer to the Council's borrowing that agreed on page 653, and in particular to the large sums the Council is proposing to loan to the airport company. And the question is, we obviously understand that the likelihood of the airport company defaulting on the loan is tiny, but in the event that it did, could the Leader of Council please explain to us how the council taxpayers are covered? What, in other words, what is the security for the loan?
No problem.
The airport is a legal entity which is separate from the council. So it's a company which is registered as Company House as well. So when the council is borrowing, the council will lend to the airport and they will debenture. So there's an agreement where we will have a fixed charge on the assets of the airport. Although the airport is a wholly owned subsidiary, but I say from a legal point of view, it's a separate legal entity. So the assets of the airport, if you look at the balance sheet as at today's date, is worth more than £500 million. So the loan is 225. Now, in the business case, we've taken into account a couple of scenarios if the number of passengers goes up or there is as graph. So under all those scenarios, it has been reported that the airport can still service the debt. So until something really drastically happens, based on our risk assessment, we can't see this as a risk. Potentially this happened, the airport is worth £500 million, and the expansion of the airport, if the council is going to the DCO, that value of the airport will grow significantly. So that's the asset which is being secured to put on the council.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Yes, I understand that, but given the fact that the council owns the airport company and all its assets, where is the security for the council taxpayers? What you're saying is that the council will take possession of assets which it already owns. And how is that security for the council taxpayers?
So I get you. Now, in any commercial activity, we have to borrow premiums. So the airport is one of the biggest council assets, and the council is borrowing because if the airport is going to borrow, we will get much more, not in the same level of return for the council. So if you look at the entity as a whole, the borrowing to invest in the airport will increase the value of the airport. So the business case itself, the do nothing options if the airport passenger numbers will stagnate and it can put the airport at risk. So the business case in itself is for the survival of the airport, and that expansion, which is going through the process of DCO, is for the number of passengers. So, as a commercial entity, the business case itself, based on the assessment which we've done, prove that the airport value will go up. So in terms of the assets, we are taking a security because the council is borrowing, but the airport is a separate legal entity. So I think your point you're making is it's our own subsidiary, but the question was how the council is borrowing. So what you're saying is a separate legal entity. Going back to your point, if you look at the overall business case, the business case stands. So the do not option is up much more the detriment to the business case.
Got one more going, if you don't mind.
Just a question, please. Thank you.
I'm sorry?
Just a question.
Oh, yes. Yes. Well, I mean, we've just had confirmation that the security is assets which the council already owns. So effectively, there is no security for the council taxpayers. And accepting that the likelihood of the airport company defaulting is minimal, I'm not arguing about that. But if it did, then the result could be catastrophic. Does the leader of the council not think it might have been better to have taken the option suggested by Liberal Democrats at the very beginning of this operation, and that is to insist that the council's airport company take out a bond with a bank or a major insurance company to ensure that the council would be protected in the event of a default?
Yeah. The airport hasn't got a credit history. So the airport, if the airport goes to issue a bond to the market will say the council to underwrite that RBC. So when generally we will be passing at the guarantor. Because it's very difficult for the airport to have to issue a bond. In the airport, it hasn't got a credit history, we are not regarded as investment grade. If the airport is going to issue a bond, the rate of interest the airport is going to pay probably will reflect the risk and is much higher. So from a commercial point of view, because we are investment grade, it's better for the council to borrow. As I say, if the airport borrows, still the bond market will ask the council to underwrite that debt. That's going to have the market review the risk.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions? Are there any are there any amendments? Does any member wish to speak to the motion?
Yes, Madam.
Can I have Councillor Aslam first?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I feel that it's unfair for our opposition to pick holes in our vision and ambition for the town. Our ambition has been recognized nationally for investing in Luton Airport, seizing the gap in the market. If we hadn't acted, Stansted, Gatwick and other people would have done. And what we've done is created opportunities lifelong opportunities for our residents by creating more employment, to high-paid jobs, and airport serves the whole region. It's become region employment hub. So for the borrowing that we did, the likelihood, as the opposition admits, of going into work is very, very limited. Instead of criticizing, we should appreciate our ambition and the boldness that we had as a council to borrow, invest and grow. And so I rest at that amendment.
Councillor Franks?
Well. So we're picking holes in the council's plan. That's nonsense. We've supported this project from the day one, and we continue to support it for the jobs at all levels, at high skilled to low skilled, that expansion of the airport will produce. Our problem is not with the fact of the expansion or the production of the mass passenger transit system. Our problem is with the way you're going about it and leaving the taxpayers exposed to a small risk of the airport company defaulting and a massive problem if they do. It seems to us that, I mean, what you're saying is effectively, if you go and borrow some money from the Nationwide Building Society to buy a house, then the Nationwide Building Society will secure that loan on the freehold of its office. Of course it won't. It will require you to sign up for your house to be your assets. All of the assets that the airport company owns are effectively Luton Council taxpayers' assets owned on their behalf by the council. There is no security. I accept that the risk is minimal in the sense that it's unlikely to happen, but the risk is massive in terms of the effect on Luton Council taxpayers if the default actually occurs. And a simple device, I mean, we have to talk about interest rates. Interest rates are irrelevant in this context. If the airport company were to go to a bank and say, we require you please to give us a guarantee that you will indemnify the council, the bank will look at the two key issues. It will look at the likelihood, which it will soon discover is minimal, and it will look at the consequences, which it will understand are huge. And it will then decide upon a suitable fee that the company will pay, usually for one-off, in return to the bank offering a security. All sorts of companies and organisations use it all the time, and the banks are well accustomed to providing service in exchange for a fee. I think the way you're going about it leaves the council taxpayers vulnerable to the going forward on facing an absolutely massive problem.
Unfortunately, we haven't seems to me that he's prepared to play politics. He said he's in favour of the project. He knows any time he gets the chance from the people of London, he sticks an eye on it. And he is, this is the normal way of expecting it to behave, especially at a time when they're seeing advantage. I think that if we really do all wish to back this project, this sort of behaviour doesn't help a little bit. And the sort of flamboyant. I wonder if he's been to the same lessons as Boris on this in terms of using flamboyant or ridiculous language. Because the sort of thing he's talking about, entirely out of court. He daren't say them in front of our auditors because they would have had a good laugh. And he thinks he can get away with saying it here. Absolutely ridiculous, totally out of place, entirely predictable.
Councillor Shaw.
Yeah, I might, sorry to feel like I was just some officers upstairs. I think either David's got it wrong or I've got it wrong. If I could ask the officers, the way I understood it, open with all our loads of presentations, if the airport is owned by Lal, if Lal went bust, the concessionaires would have to pay the council the concession agreement. And I'm sure a few weeks ago when we had the presentation, the money we would get off the concession is more than enough to service any debt what may have come from the loan. So have I understood it right? Thank you very much. So David, that's not what you, that's different from what you said. I thought I got it right, so not so much. I just.
Thank you. The motion is before the council. All those in favour, please show. All those against, please show. Motion is carried. That concludes the business of the meeting. I thank you for your attendance. The meeting of the airport board will immediately follow the committee report. Would airport board members please make their way to the meeting report? Thank you.
Is there another town hall in England is subjected to an Arabic prayer by a Muslim Iman? We are supposed to be a Christian country, and if they're going to do it, the least they could do is translate it into English. I'm going to write to Mayor Khan in London and ask if he has Muslim speakers praying in only one religion. This town is a disgrace. They didn't even have anyone at their war memorial on 11/11/17, and Trevor Holden, leader of the council, this chief executive, spent his career in the RAF. And Hazel Simmons, leader of the council, received the OBE and the New Year's Honours List 2018 and would be well aware of that before 11/11/17. They treat the local population with contempt. And what about all the other religions? Why aren't they represented? And those of no religion? But this is Luton, you don't expect